Hey, I'm an asshole and I still haven't fixed my transitions. Sup? Hi everyone, I'm Slappy Meats. We have returned once again for more Drums of the Empire D&D. I am the aforementioned Slappy Meats. And also the Dhampir rogue, Sailed of. Such a sweet boy, such a sweet, kind soul, I assure you. I am joined as well by Lolaman.
Hi, it's Lolo. You know me. I'm a mushroom in this one. I'm one who leads.
Some people do like a mushroom with a little bend to it. We are also joined, of course, by Selnica, going clockwise.
I'm the. Wait. Oh, right. It was Half-Elf Paladin, and that's got a little bit too much influence from the Fae, and who just loves to have fun.
Oh, Faye, just wanna have fun. We also have with us, continuing the trail here, Moonlight Kitsune.
Greetings all, I am Yozora, the Warlock. Also, everybody in the audience called bullshit on your innocence.
Shrug.
Look,
Perhaps
there's
some
many
of
ways
us-
to be innocent.
Perhaps some of us see you. But we are joined with our sweet bunny boy, Bunnybee.
And I am Wither, your Tabaxi Ranger Drake Warden now.
Yay. He's got a friend. Or his friend's
And I'm
spirit.
filled with rage right now.
Hate friend.
That's the best kind.
And speaking of good boys, we have another good boy, Kitty, with bat wings, in this case, and a little doodle on his head. It's the Mug. It's the Moogle, who's in charge here. We've got Iron Mog.
Hail and well met, travelers. We had a week off, so I definitely missed you guys. I hope you guys are pumped, ready to get to this. I'm very excited. Oh man, am I excited.
I did have a plan. Sort of.
Especially if this goes the way I expect it to, honestly. If it goes that way, and I anticipate it will, I'm excited for what's next. This is where we get to it. We're getting to the actual campaign. We've had a journey. We've had a trip through esoteric space. We have arrived on a strange new world where, hey, look at that. Bandits, slave traders, human trafficking. This place sucks like every other fucking planet in the multiverse. Who knew? Hopefully, that trend
Feels
does
like
not
home.
continue. It feels just like home. Literally. Hopefully that trend, however, changes. We find some good in this otherwise so far disappointing new world we've discovered.
I found some good. I've got a pseudo dragon.
There's been some good. This is true. This is true. Our heroes, they arrived upon this new world, the world that has, I think, maybe it hasn't, but you believe it to be the world of Yome, a strange world that is spoken of its great militaristic might, its long-standing traditions, its very tasty and well known across the world, of course, noodle houses. We'll get to that later. But you have arrived upon this world, ran into some unsavory individuals. Accidentally? Shrug? Nah, it was on purpose, but I'd still say a little inadvertent. Assisted a local person in escaping, and also finding out that there were more that were captured, and that there was a nearby encampment full of these unfortunate, misguided souls.
Yes. Deliberate, if
Yeah, also-
questionably motivated.
Also unsavory? I'm not so sure, having eaten a few.
Fair.
Did I hear Noodle House?
Noodle House,
I
like
want
said.
Hear that.
I want me some yakisoba.
We'll get to that.
Oh, me too.
Don't worry.
I want to slurp.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But our heroes, being the heroes they are, traveled to this
Yeah.
nearby encampment to see what
Okay,
was
here.
what. Along
do
the
it.
way, we've made a few new friends.
Oh.
First was the pseudo dragon that is following around with Yozora. Seems to be kind of just hanging out. At first, it was a little simple. I suppose is one way you could put it. That hopefully does not offend. But now we've got what seems to be fully realized Chibiusuke, who is assisting Yozora now with all manner of wonderful things. The obvious connection to the Feywild, just absolutely immediate. We discovered there was an ally, a friend within the camp. Now, unfortunately, in going to seek out this friend, there were some unfortunate mistakes that took place, and an incident may have occurred, or several in a row occurred.
Well,
Followed by maybe some shenanigans.
A
we
little
got
bit
out
of
of it
shenanigans.
fine. We got out of it fine. Nothing's wrong.
But-
Ignore the burning building behind us.
But aside those setbacks,
At least that was according to plan.
Dove, our intrepid,
Yeah.
you are a what kind of rogue again? Huh?
Inquisitor.
Yeah, you are. Our inquisitive friend, Dove, had managed to make it to this small rundown shack in the very back of this camp that had been indicated as a friend was there, and had found within a small red dragon, trained up and otherwise neglected, probably a little abused. I'm sure at least has seen a back end of some of these individuals' weapons or two.
Mm-hmm.
Had been captured, chained up, and set in this shack amongst just heaps of like garbage and just ruin and refuse. But Dove, being the absolutely the kind, sweet soul the Dove is, had freed the dragon. Now, unfortunately, freeing the dragon did not save it in a way. It did sustain to its injuries. It did pass on. However, dragons are a little bit different than the rest of us. Something happened. Its energy sought out a nearby kind of sympathetic, just resonating soul. And it found one within Wither. And the two of them had a polite chat for a moment, where this individual, who I believe has identified themselves as Aiden, offered their aid, their power, and their assistance to Wither in exchange for a second chance at a life that might at least be worth living. Wither accepted. And together, they were also met with the fury of the dragonflights themselves. It seems the dragons upon this world, through both Chibiusuke and now Aiden, have chosen the group of you, the party, as new potential allies in some sort of ongoing, ever-present conflict. Drums began to pound somewhere, far off, unseen, and unbidden. One who leans, proving that diplomats are certainly no pushover, had managed to collapse part of a wall of an ancient ruin. Unfortunately, tipping off the rest of the camp that there's definitely some shit going down. So, the rest of the camp will be waking up to this fact, and we will have a full-on, out-and-out brawl on our hands at this point. However, the party, aided as they are by the flight of the dragons of this world, has been empowered.
Oh, yeah.
Further,
That's right.
there is something else that has happened across creation. Without any way for anyone here to know, or even anyone within the city to truly know, a tome bearer has been named, and knowledge gains another ally, and knowledge works hand in hand with life, and life has chosen this group as an ally today. The life stream swells. You are each of you empowered. You will have advantage on all of your attacks and saving throws for the remainder of the combat. Additionally, should you score a critical hit, you will have a chance to restore some health.
Oh.
Or at least in this case, some temporary HP.
Oh. Even better.
Okay,
Nice.
Even better.
this gives me an idea that if I get even the slightest chance, I will try.
Well then,
Well,
we got the world
Additionally-
on our shoulders now. Let's ride.
Additionally, Yuzora,
and if you're very fine,
as this applies to you
On a bonus
specifically, a seeker of knowledge that you are, you feel a swell as magic surges. You are empowered. You have your spell slots restored.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh my god.
That is always good with a warlock.
One Hulin,
So much.
That's me.
being so connected as you are to the living, breathing
Awesome.
world all around you. A cleric who celebrates life and light, a
Hmm.
druid who does the same. You feel the swelling of the life stream, and you are also empowered. You do not gain back all of your spell slots, but you do get 2 back.
Ooh.
Okay. Oh.
2 first levels?
Of your choice. If you want to restore one of each, you may. If you want to do 2 of first level, you absolutely may.
Okay, let's do 1 of each.
And so, in this moment, the dragons of creation, not just of Yome, the life stream, and the celestial one, the patron of knowledge and lore and light, have all granted you their blessing. They sense within you a greatness and a potential, and they would see it triumphant as they celebrate the coming of a new tome bearer and the potential return
Excuse me.
of dragons to worlds where they are sorely needed. And we'll pick up at the beginning of the round. The marksmen will take their turn, then the Arcanist, and then Wither.
Alrighty then.
And I expect, though it will be hard won, you will stand triumphant this day.
Mm.
And we'll see just what exactly you might be able to get up to on this world.
Bring it on.
This is gonna be fun.
I like that attitude.
This is. I'm looking forward to this now. That's his character.
So, if anybody needs anything taken care of real quick, let me know. Otherwise, we will get to it, starting with the marksman.
Vacation. I am ready.
Ready?
I've
I
been
sure
ready for a
do.
week.
Let's do
Bet.
this.
All right, let's go then.
That'll do. Music change.
The marksman down here. We'll start there.
I'm not seeing the world actually.
I
And
should
Yeah,
have you
not,
guys to the
not
right
on the
map.
right map.
We
Not
gotta
on the
come-
right map either.
We gotta go places. Pull us.
There we go.
I need a
There we
good
go.
pulling.
Right map.
So much better.
Right.
This one, as I was saying, down here. Torn as they are between Wither, who is now a very discernible threat, seeming to have picked up a dragonkin ally,
Mm.
and the other obvious threat of Philomene on top of Bowen. Turns back and forth. And we'll choose 1 or 2.
Run, little one.
and we'll take aim at Philomene, and we'll fire. Ooh. And it goes way wide.
No. Ain't happening.
And we'll then turn and attempt to get the hell out of there.
Run, 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 little piggy!
These two inside the building. This one, aiming out the gap they've made, will take aim at Wither.
I'm not gonna turn this down, actually.
You will see it kind of take a knee, aim carefully, and fire. I do believe that will hit Wither.
Unfortunately, yes.
All right. The arrow strikes deep and true, and you feel the weight of it try to drag you down. Make me a dexterity saving throw.
At advantage, right?
At advantage, yeah.
I think apparently foresight.
Go ahead, roll it again.
Just to hit the plus on there then.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. An 11, unfortunately, is not enough. You feel the arrow sink deep, and the heavy weight of it slows you down. You have lost 10 feet of movement speed on your next turn.
Oh, we're frozen.
All right.
Frozen.
This one in the corner is going to turn to this large hole in the building that one who leans has made. And we'll do the same. Taking a careful knee, preparing the shot, and firing at one who leans. And I believe that will hit. One who leans, that is a dexterity saving throw for you as well, please.
All right, that's a definite hit.
You, however, are able to yank the arrow free before the weight can set in. You are not slowed down. And if I forgot to mention it, Wither, you did take the 4 points, and one who leans, you will take those 5 points. Unless you have a way to mitigate, of course.
Well, that's going to be removed from my temp HP.
Hey.
And I already took care of mine, so.
Cool. I just forgot to mention it.
They tried to tip over one who leans in the wrong direction.
yeah,
Yeah,
right,
I
the
had-
one on the good leg.
I already had counterbalance.
Dove,
Yeah.
from within the building, you hear this individual say something about, we should probably go check on what that was.
Yes, good idea.
This one, hearing the noise, comes around, uses his action to continue moving, sees a little bit of what is definitely insanity ahead, and begins to prepare their arrow.
Don't need this open. Was that for a record?
And Dove, make me a perception check.
Oh, I like those. Passive is 22. Oh, at advantage, isn't it?
That one is not at advantage. Skill checks are not.
Oh,
yet
skill checks
at
are not.
advantage.
Okay. All right. Just saving throws and attack rolls.
Yep.
Then 16, unless it's, 22.
Okay. You hear something coming from the larger stone building further away, but you're not able to make out what it is or really anything else about it. And that will end
Something
Marksman's turn.
From which direction? Oh, okay. Just this, the large
This large stone building over here.
The large building where I presume the trafficked humans are kept. Precious merchandise. tasty treats.
All right. This one, who is starting their turn within this, I believe this is a little bit of fire going on.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
It was critical fire.
Just a little bit hot.
Just a little bit of fun. If you want to go ahead, roll the damage for that.
Would it be 1d8 this time?
Yes, the persistent, yeah.
Okay. That's a d10. No. No. Go away. No. Right click it. That's it. 1d8. There we go. 2
This one's going
points
to
of...
take a little bit of damage as the flames continue to lick at him and burn away at his resolve. He will then brandish his greatsword and step towards Wither and the Dragonkin.
That's gonna end well.
So many
And we'll take a
flames.
swing at Wither.
Oh. Yikes.
Ouch.
Now remember, creatures do not do critical damage. They may have other abilities and other things that happen when they roll 20s on attacks, but not critical damage. You will, however, still take that 11 points of damage. Oof, that was nearly max.
Stop rolling green.
Oh, wow.
He will laugh cruelly as he takes a step back, holding up his greatsword between you and Aiden.
Yeah, that's not gonna last long.
Does he actually step back?
No, he's
Okay.
standing.
So he stays in place. Okay, cool.
Ooh.
'Cause
Yeah.
That was the
Oh, you're
case.
hurting.
attack of opportunity.
That is true. Wither, it is your turn.
Plenty of healing potions.
All right, let's do this. Let us start
How many do I
by
have?
turning
I have-
over towards
Oh, I have 6.
our little skilled marksman
have
over
this one.
here. And I am going to pull out my, let's see, my marksman bow,
What a talisman of...
notch
Healing.
yet another
Hmm.
+1 arrow, and fire away.
Do I have more? I do.
It's gonna, well, actually, wait, no. Sorry. I'm just gonna do my regular longbow right now. But I will still notch a +1 arrow at it.
Okay. And that's at this one down here?
Yep.
Okay.
And there's that.
What was he?
Nice.
Oh.
Even though that
It's
would
2.
not have been at advantage, as you are within melee range of an enemy. It would have been a straight shot, and a 26 on that straight shot is still absolutely
Oh.
going to hit.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's the benefit of doing it in Foundry, is that you can see which one was first.
That's a good point.
So
And the arrow will strike true, piercing
blessing.
through the marksman's chest, and cause them to collapse to the ground.
Very nice. Then, I am going to turn to the Arcanist. And
Damn it! I was hoping to kill that one.
sorry, you pissed me off.
Kill stealers!
That's okay. I'll find another.
the paladin's bloodthirsty. Okay.
That makes I believe more than
Goodness.
2 then. let's
Look,
turn
I'm a
over.
paladin of the ancient. I'm basically Old Testament style paladin.
Now I have.
Old Testament.
I'll ask this question after I make my attack, but I am going to use my cat claws,
Mm-hmm.
and that would be at advantage, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I thought so.
'22's absolutely going to hit on the Arcanist. It does 4 points of slashing damage.
Now my question is,
Hmm.
can I use Aiden's reaction of infused strikes on my cat claws?
Yeah.
There we go.
All right. A little bit of extra fire damage as Aiden's eyes flash and the claws burn. And the Arcanist will drop to the ground defeated.
Out of the fire.
And straight into the flaming claws.
All right. From there, I am going to. Let's see here. I've still got all my movement yet. I'm curious on one thing too, but I don't know if I can.
I want to turn it back up. This music is
You can always
cool.
ask.
Would I be able to use my would I be able to zoom still?
You have not moved yet, so yes.
What is this battle music from?
Sorry, I'm trying to find it here real quick.
Because that
So I know
that
how much-
moment. Oh, sorry. That moment, that fucking first chair violin in there is like.
Right.
Oh.
Wait, well, actually I shouldn't have had to use I should have my feline agility back, shouldn't I?
Correct. You have at least not moved for one round.
So I am going to use my feline agility.
Remember, your movement speed is reduced by 10 feet right now to 20. So if you use your feline agility, you'll be able to move 40 feet.
Roger that. I am going to actually move towards Phalemy and draw them towards us more, if anything. Right there. And my last thing, since I'm hurting pretty bad,
Don't forget the dragon if it's following you.
he will be following me, yes. Let him stand on the Arcanist.
You may not want to do that. He may trip on the ball bearings in the area.
Oh yeah, that's what that
sweet.
was. Yeah, it's my ball bearings.
I'll have him on the other side then. He has the movement speed for that, I believe.
Absolutely.
But I am going to take a potion of healing. Somewhat standard, I guess, right?
No. That's kind of shit.
No, it's flat.
Yeah, you found the Kool-Aid. Ugh. This is that Kool-Aid that forgot to add the sugar.
Ah,
And
Flavor Aid.
that will be my turn for right now, then.
All right.
It's okay. I'll get you back up.
Slappy, you hear this individual agree that they should probably check out what's going on outside.
Yeah, you probably should, huh?
Yeah, basically, he's like, hey, you guys, yeah, I heard this go.
Yeah, probably. Puts his boots up.
This guy, having just been knocked the shit out of by a mushroom, gets up, shakes himself off a little bit, and he's gonna try and not be near this mushroom.
The scary, menacing mushroom behind a wall of fire.
For real.
Under, like, the underlighting on that fucking half face, just placid.
He will take out a dagger,
Placid.
and he will throw it at one who leans. And I do believe that will miss.
Oh no, that hits.
Does it? Okay.
Quick question.
I have 13 AC.
For some reason, I was thinking it would be like 16 or something. But yeah. So he will throw the dagger, it will go flying through the air, and it will strike
Druid.
4 points of
Right.
damage. What's up?
The door right between me and that little idiot. Is it open?
This door?
Yep, that door.
Nope. That has been closed, and then there's a, I believe, sword driven into the ground.
Yeah, that was me. I
It's
just
yours.
didn't remember if it had been open since then or not. Alright then.
And let's see. I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, okay. Oh, wait, hold on. Before you do anything. Forgot about this guy all the way down here.
I didn't want to
Oh
say
my God.
anything.
Still smoking, like,
Yeah.
eh.
You heard that he's coming quickly. He just sees this guy. He doesn't really even see what's going on up ahead. He just sees, like, smoke? What is something on fire? What's happening? But, Philony, it is now your turn.
Hey, Gerard, the fuck's going on?
Yo, what up with this?
What the fuck is up with
Give
that?
me a minute because there's one tiny little thing, but that's a variable that I can do, or I can play defensively. Additional movement costs the standard action, right?
Yeah, if you want to move and then move again, use your action to dash.
Okay.
And then some, like, rogues get the ability to do it as, like, a bonus action instead.
Alright, for now we'll just do what I called the castling move. To protect withers.
Hello.
I just move right past him, stand between him and any would-be enemies, and enter a defensive position.
Okay, yeah. You just want to move to basically in front of Wither there, just kind of take up defensive position?
Yep, make sure that he's hidden well behind Bohan and me, and with my shield at the ready to block anything.
Okay, absolutely, absolutely.
I just don't have the movement to do anything else that's constructive, and any additional movement to dash would rob me of the means to do anything.
No, fair enough, fair enough. By all means, take that defensive position, stand between the enemy and Wither. Absolutely. Dove, it will be your initiative.
Okay. Okay. I think I... Wait, what? No way. That must have been my last oil flask I used. I have 2. But I have been decrementing them. I had a lot, I think, so I mean, all those spots are burning oil flasks, right?
Yeah.
Like, I threw a bunch. I'll take this away.
I threw a couple myself, so.
Yeah, they were not all you, but yes, they are all flasks of oil.
Yeah. Because...
How much fire are you carrying?
I still have, like, 4 candles. And my sheet says I have 2 left. I think I forgot 1. So we'll say I have 1 left. I'll try and have integrity.
Well, that may be accurate, because only this one and this one were you. This one was Yuzora.
Maybe I do have 2 then. Well, 1 was put... No, it wasn't. Okay. Okay. Fuck, maybe I have 2 then. I'll fucking take it.
It's entirely possible,
Take
yeah.
that.
Well, all the same, I hold a candle to your honesty.
Ayo.
Yes, you probably should come out and check on things. I'll creep along the roof. The shitty, patchy roof.
Yeah, yes.
To
The shack roof.
what appears to be the only exit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Blask. Boom. Through the ceiling. I want to find a hole in the ceiling big enough to just...
So you're dropping it
Dropping it
inside and not on the
inside.
outside?
Yes.
Very well.
Because I see... Looking in, I see crates, I see stuff like that. There's the possibility that it's valuable.
Mm-hmm.
But... This is too much fun. Money can't buy this kind of panic.
Okay.
Money can't buy the kind of panic that you see in someone's eyes when they realize they're trapped inside of a dry, wooden, burning building.
Also, a building full of cobwebs, which, if I'm not mistaken, are rather flammable.
Yeah,
So confirming, you're dropping the oil and some fire into the building.
I am.
Excellent.
And if anything's truly valuable, it should survive the conflagration.
Oh boy.
It's just a regular fire.
Right.
I don't recall rolling that. Was that the DM?
Yummy.
Yeah, it was, yeah. So I
Okay.
still had your token selected.
Yeah, sorry. I was like, wait. Did I miss something here?
Now, the flames will not go outside of the building. However, you will see they quickly expand beyond where you might have
Oh.
originally expected them to be.
My eyes alight. They just... Oh.
The cobwebs, as noted, are indeed very flammable, and they catch immediately. The wood is old, dry, and not well maintained. It catches very quickly.
If we
And
are-
one of the columns catches immediately, as it is
Oh, wow.
very close to the source of the
Oh,
fire.
wow. Yes, perfect. I say to myself, if we are in fact going to reclaim this base, I'm just taking care of renovations.
True.
Just
that
clearing
was,
the ground for future buildings.
That was from here. Okay, I have 35.
You hear the sounds of panic immediately from inside as flames erupt and begin to burn away at the building.
The unmistakable. Oh shit!
Yes.
Music to my ears. That is item interaction or bonus action?
That would have been item interaction and action probably to combine it all together.
Okay. Yeah, and to find a nice little spot to put it in. Okay. Then... I suppose... Currently, my insightful fighting is quite unnecessary, as I have advantage anyway. Thank you, Dragons of Creation. But... Huh. Well, I suppose doing that perhaps made myself a little bit known. I would like to creep across the rooftop. Oh, it tells me. 35, 30. Creep across the rooftop and then cling to the outside wall in the shadow of the building and hide.
Okay.
As my bonus action.
You're
Fabulous.
pretty damn stealthy.
I clock the marksman going by. Oh yes, run, run, run. That'll be my turn.
Yozora.
Okay, first things first, because yeah, do I hear anything besides from the building that just set on fire?
You hear yelling. Loud yelling.
Okay.
If
I
not
guess-
for the fact you'd also heard part of this building collapse, you'd be
Mhm.
convinced at this point that the rest of the camp definitely knows you're here.
I guess I don't have a reason to know what was going on in there. Never mind. Sorry, my thought process was, they're human traffickers. Is that where they're keeping their
Merchandise?
merchandise? Yes.
Fair. A fair question.
Unfortunately, I don't know what's inside there because unless there's something on the outside here I can see through.
There do not appear to be many windows on this building, at least on this side that you can see.
Okay, well then, I shall continue with what I have planned. So,
I suppose you'd have to deduce from the number of voices you hear yelling.
But yes,
I can't
by
see
all means.
I can't see inside, so I don't suppose a perception check would give me at least a chance to hear anything like that.
True.
Mhm.
You
How's
are
that
able to
getting?
make out at least two distinct voices that seem to be shouting in surprise and a little bit of alarm.
Okay,
Just a
two.
weensy bit.
If it's just two, then I'm going to have to logically assume it's just bandits, and Dove wasn't a monster enough to set the entire building on fire that might have innocent people inside of it.
Oh, probably
very
not.
trusting of you.
Sure.
Well, it's also I don't know. I didn't see him do the thing with the villager earlier, so gotta go with what I've got,
Mhm.
right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Nice.
Well, anyways, it's time to make myself a bit of a nuisance. If I move to about this rock, would I be able to see all three of the people right here?
Over about here-ish, you would
Yeah.
be able to see this one and probably this one. This one is well back behind the wall.
Close enough for me.
We can't see you if you can't see them.
How much movement speed do you have again, number one?
It has 60 feet of flight.
A lot.
Okay.
Yeah,
sorry,
it's
the
gonna
thing-
keep up.
No, the thing was, my thing was looking at it's telling me it couldn't get to where I wanted it to go. I'm like, what?
Oh.
Because I want him to attack the Arcanist here.
Oh. Poor baby.
Okay. So yeah, you want to attack this this agitator right here?
Yes, did I say Arcanist? I meant to say Agitator. Yeah, him.
No, but absolutely. Go ahead.
Switch captain, right?
Does a 15 hit?
That is a good question. It does not.
Ah, pumpernickel.
Are you forgetting something?
You are,
Oh,
however,
wait, yes,
forgetting
I am.
something.
Right there.
It doesn't change.
Oh, unfortunate. An attempt was made.
Well, with that, one Eldritch Blast towards the archer I can see. Oh wait, no, could forget. I'll go with the Eldritch Blast towards the same thing Hughes just gave you. Unfortunately missed.
Okay.
Oh,
That
Be able to also
sure
click
did.
on the plus on the damage. There you go.
Yum yum.
Damn, 19 points of damage.
Someone's gonna feel the sting.
You already have
I
to.
think I just blew out his ribcage with the standard thing of
Nice.
yeah. There's not an interest in this an exit wound.
Now then, roll a d100. Call high or low.
Hmm.
With my luck, I'm gonna go with low.
Go for it.
Hmm. We'll see.
Damn.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, you do not gain any temporary HP.
Well, I'm good. I've still got 7, so
Yeah, would this go on top of it?
It would have overridden it since it was more.
Yeah, higher value.
Oh.
Higher
Oh.
value
Yum
applies.
yum. Oh, more. Great. Oh, would it be the Oh my god. Mm.
The Eldritch Blast sails through the open hole in the wall, strikes the agitator in the back, who's distracted, trying to avoid Chibisuke's sting. And the Eldritch Blast will instead blast a hole through its chest and cause it to collapse to the ground.
It's just a flesh wound.
basic thought process here is I might want, considering Wither down there took a hell of a beating, I might want to make myself a bit of a visible threat. Give him some time.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Squishy sorcerer being like, hey,
I don't know. I don't know how visible it is, but I'm basically castling and very visibly protecting withers right now.
Well, I think I might got their attention by, removing someone's ribcage.
fucking
Anyways,
slaying
end of turn.
someone.
One Hulin.
Okay.
Get it, Mushy?
Onoline's gonna look at the two archers in there and say, "This one gives you a small chance to make peace with the great blade of this world. For in but minutes, we send you back to its cycle." And I'm gonna wave my staff.
11.
And this one, he's gonna hear the solemn tones of approaching doom, the ringing of death's hour in the belfry of destiny resonating with the mortal truth at the core of his soul, as I told it that.
He apparently
And he
is,
says,
Oh,
is feeling not threatened somehow.
this dude taken by the beauty of that prose.
Yeah, it was just
okay.
that was well put, man.
It's beautiful. I wish to
Uh,
go there.
Did it though? Oh no, wait, that's a wisdom save.
No, he saves. That's why I told him I'm leaving him a chance. Okay.
Yeah, there we
I'm
go.
gonna move back here. And bonus action is gonna be healing word on Wither.
Hell yeah.
It's gonna be tasty.
Hold up a second. Feel me? Did you just move?
Yep, I did. I basically did what I... Oh, no, wait, that was accidental. Why the hell did I move?
Yeah, that's why I'm like, wait, something's not right here. It's not your turn. Sorry.
Yeah, why the hell did I move?
For 17 points.
Oh, was it keystrokes? Did you accidentally keystroke? 17?
Might have been keystroke. Yeah.
Sorry for the interruption. I was like, wait, that's not right.
I like that you rolled a 6 and a 4. That was fucking rad. What the fuck I'm talking about right there.
That's max healing.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
I appreciate that.
Damn.
Oh my god.
That's a good healing word, I want to say. Alright.
Now, if one of those goons can just step out of the house,
That's my turn.
I can get some action.
Shit, sometimes I think I make level heads too powerful. Look at these these fucking healthy rolls.
Alright, these two are gonna think on it for a moment. What the hell they're gonna do? This one's going to watch and hear the exclamation, and you can kind of see the, the unmistakable glow of flame. So it's going to try and take a look around and see if it can figure out how that happened. Spoilers, it does not know how that happened. But it is definitely going to move to get into a better position. So we'll move up behind this tree.
Now you don't see
Oh,
me.
crap!
Now you don't see me. And you never
Get
will.
out of my way!
This one, in a panic, is going to come over here and try to find a way to stop the flames. Spoilers, has no way to do that.
Good luck. Just stepping on it like in a panic, just... Yeah.
Stop.
Sorry, I had to channel a river song for a moment there.
This door comes flying open. A marksman steps out, looking around in confusion and concern. What is happening? What's going on?
When?
I don't know, there's something loud noises going on. He just kind of points off in the distance. Also fire, I think.
Oh god, there's that violin. Oh.
I think Slappy will want the OST for tonight.
Yes, please. I fucking love violin so much. There's so much beauty and pathos.
Another marksman comes out of the building, starts walking this direction.
Which in fact... No. Ugh. That's what I named.
Alright, these two.
That's what I named Glorious's
This one?
sword.
It's going to take a shot at Yuzora.
Pathos.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
And will
Sparkling.
fire their arrow.
Ow!
Mm.
It will sail true, strike Yuzora deep for 9 points of piercing damage.
I only take 2 of that.
Hell yeah, 10 HP, be the best!
I need to sleep before I can give them again.
This one's going to come over here, take aim at Chibitsuke, and
Oh.
fire an arrow.
Oh no, baby!
It will strike Chibitsuke,
Oh, now I'm mad.
Oh, that's bad.
and the pseudo dragon will disappear.
I'll do it.
As the magic that creates it is dismissed.
I am always very concerned when familiars go into battle.
Oh, now Yozora's upset.
I just got that!
Question for you:
What's up?
does Aiden react to it at all?
We'll get that.
Mhm.
For the record, I was just trying to, make use of the resources. I wasn't trying to get the little guy killed.
It do happen.
There are any of those alive?
I should be able to theoretically call them back, but we'll see.
Yeah, if you're using the spell for it, it costs a little money, but yeah, you'll be fine.
An Arcanist comes out of the building, wielding their greatsword, looking around confused.
Spinning it around.
With it, a fellow Dragonkin has fallen. Though it is technically not really alive as each of you are, it is more an extension now of Yozora's will and their connection to both the Feywild and magic itself. It is still a Dragonkin, and it has fallen in battle. Any successful attacks you make will deal 7 extra points of damage.
Oh,
basically the hit points of the pseudo dragon itself.
Ah,
As you strike with the pseudo dragon's fury this turn.
Bring on the
shit.
feeling much
So much.
much better.
Yes, indeed.
Wither decides to leap over. Leap over. I cannot never remember his name.
Bowen?
Bohan. Yes. Sorry. Leaps
I
over
remember.
Bohan.
That's a hell of a leap.
You do like the little wiggle first. Do you like the?
Yes!
You're better off sliding under her.
Yeah,
Cat's,
Dukes of Hazzard
Cat's job,
slide.
yo.
Actually, yeah, I'll Dukes a Hazard slide underneath it.
Cat's got ups.
And
True.
Am I able to see this marksman over here?
Out one there?
Yes.
Yes. It has cover, so it will be a slightly more difficult shot, but you can see them.
So it'll be a straight shot, in other words.
No, they just have higher AC. You will still have advantage on the attack, depending, I guess, on what weapon you use.
Yeah, the half cover's +2, full cover's +5.
Yep.
But doesn't the bow give disadvantage?
No,
If
it-
you use the marksman bow.
Yeah, it does some silly bullshit if you choose. Ooh, sounds good.
I
What are
am
you doing?
going to take the chance and go with my marksman bow for the extra hit.
Absolutely.
So it'll be a straight shot.
Absolutely. Straight shot against this individual.
Yep.
Fire away.
Where is he? Can we get it? Ooh.
A 20 will still hit.
Ah, yes.
So go ahead, roll the extra d8 for the extra damage from the marksman shot.
And then, oh god, +7.
And that was the +1 arrows, correct?
Yes, sir.
Oh, sorry, included in there. Okay, cool. Alright, so that's 14 plus the 7 from the pseudo dragon. For 21, anything else you want to add to that?
Oh, yes, you know it. Bringing on the infused strike for that one.
A little bit of extra fire damage as well.
53. So dove numbers.
Whether it slides around Boan or underneath or over, you get to choose. I'm going to let that be up to the individual. Comes up to a knee, takes aim carefully at the marksman, looses the arrow. As it flies through the air, flame envelops it, and it appears for a moment as if it is in fact infused with the living essence of a dragon, its jaws opening wide as it strikes the marksman and drops him to the ground.
Wither's eyes are still just glowing red with rage. Just looks around. And just slides right back underneath Bohan, behind Bohan again.
Okay.
And if anything, he gives him a nice belly rub on the way by.
Alright, I dig it. Any other actions for you?
That'll be it.
Right.
Boan gives an appreciating grunt. Because he always appreciates a good belly rub.
Oh, well, that did change my target? Okay.
Oh, trust me, she might get more of a belly rub if she does her job well.
She gets them on an monthly basis anyway. Felony takes good care of Bohan. We are lifelong friends.
A few more agitators come out of the building, start moving further this way, having now heard and seen and honestly probably felt that last one. That was a little brutal.
Mhm. Okay, I see why. There were a lot.
This one's going to come over as well, realizing that one of the columns is on fire and is going to attempt to assist in putting out the fire. But we'll get to that in a moment. Filling.
Alright, give me a second. I need to consider. Once again, I see 2 paths of action. Possibly only one. Alright, I assume Bohan, being large, occupies a 2x2 space.
Yeah.
Right, so there's no way I can get within 5 feet of that one ear just within the house without standing in the fire.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could if you, like, leapt off of Bowen's back or something. Because you could fit there, but yeah, Bowen would still be stepping in the fire.
Yeah, but then if I'm not mistaken, it's a standard action to mount back on Bohan on the next
Yeah,
turn, right?
yeah. So, I mean, yeah, there's definitely drawbacks to it.
Alright, then we're gonna go with plan 2 alternate version B.
Mhm.
Here, just outside the fire, which should still put me within 10 feet of the archer.
Mm-hmm. You should be within lancing range, correct?
Exactly, so we're gonna go with the lance.
Advantage? Damn.
And that's just
Unfortunate.
well.
The 14 will miss. However, they're now aware of your presence.
Let them be.
Alright, anything else?
I don't think there's anything I can do with my bonus action, right?
Not at the moment, I don't believe.
No, not anything that doesn't involve spell slots, because I'm saving that last one. Right there, that's my turn.
Dove. So let's do a few things, Dove. First and foremost, does this fire spread?
Okay, let's find out.
The answer is yes, it does.
Oh.
As these two attempt to put out the fire, it quickly grows beyond their control. And they find themselves not only trying to put out a fire, but now surrounded by it. Go ahead, roll that 1d8.
But okay.
They will both take a little bit of
Sure.
damage as the flames lick at them.
Man. Great. From here, from the side of this building, I would like to scurry. Essentially take a little, try and spare myself some movement. Take a, can I get there? 15. If I essentially pounce from the side of this building, could I cut some distance and make it to the top of the adjacent building? with my spider climb as well? With 35 feet of movement?
Yes, but you would again run the risk of taking some fall damage since it is a significant distance.
Go for it.
I mean, honestly, you could even drop to about 5 feet, then leap, and then, you know, do as you want from there.
Okay. Phew. 5. Boing. Do a leap. Slide down. Just relax my little spidery grip and just slide down. Do a hop. Okay.
Okay. I get you about an extra 10 feet.
Okay, cool. And then from there, just and scurry quickly. I'm trying to do this quick enough that I am not noticed. I'll be perching up on the roof of the next building over. That's my intention.
All right. The stone building, as you get close, you can see this side, there are no windows. There's no way to see inside of it. As you get to the roof, it is in much better repair, as if it is, in fact, specifically seen some extra attention and repair done to it.
Okay. From up here, I look down at the individuals. I say, aha. Well, fashionably late, I see. Draw my short bow, knock a +1 arrow, and try and just pluck this one out of the running.
Do it. Full advantage and everything.
+1 arrow, good. Okay. Oh, so close to the crit. Oh, I wanted it so bad.
That would have been so rad.
Oh, God. But okay.
All right, so you've got all your sneak die to add to that, I'm sure?
Yes, there's...
Let's get sneaky.
Okay, so it's... Great. Then there's the... I don't get the weapon die from the shadow dagger, but I do get one more d6. Let's put that on there.
That one's gonna drop in
Great. That's the hope.
20 damage.
20 so far. Anything else you've got to add to that?
Oh, I wish. Oh, how I wish. That is the +1 deck. Let's +1 arrow, which.
Yep, so it's got an extra 1 damage to it. So 21
Wait.
is what we're looking at so far.
No, it doesn't. It only says +3, which is my
Yep.
dex modifier.
Yep.
So
That's
actually,
10 damage
it
instead of
doesn't.
9.
Yeah. Okay. Which is silly because it adds to the attack roll,
Yeah.
but it doesn't add to the damage. That's strange.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Guess I do have one more since I double checked on that. Thank you for the breakdown, Foundry.
You're right.
So helpful.
This marksman, as they're just kind of casually walking along, just,
so
moving with a little bit of hustle, just takes one right in the back, just up high between the shoulders. It's nearly enough to take them right out. They scream painfully. The others all kind of pause and look around.
Oh no, I need them to continue marching toward us.
Well, don't worry. There's nothing here, I say as I use my bonus action to hide.
Go ahead.
Okay, good. Oh, it was so close to the crit. Oh, it's so good.
But none of them are able to pinpoint exactly where that came from. So they all just kind of look around cautiously.
It's the predator. Well, I mean, technically, yes. I am.
I mean, that's
a.
any kind of predator.
I am a predator for sure.
And not all preys are unwilling.
Mm.
There are painful sounds and yells coming from within the building now that is also distracting them. Dove, did you have anything else you wanted to do?
I guess there's an item interaction, which oh, they're valuable though. If things get oh god, it'll be so good. I consider the crystal cluster in my inventory, knowing that I was told that they are elementally, arcanically volatile if handled improperly. Considered making a missile out of them into this little crowd, but no, because certainly action economy wise, I would have to throw it as an attack, right? Like it's not just it's an action. So no, I'll stick with what I've got, and that will be my turn.
All right, Yuzora.
So close
Okay,
though. God, I just wanted
Yozora's
to just
now-
like fell one and nobody noticed. Like God,
yeah, it
it was
was
so
so
good.
close.
Oh,
Okay, Yozora's now mad.
Understandably.
Can Yozora see the archer that took out Chibiusuke?
No, unfortunately, they're still behind the wall and far enough back in the building that you just can't see him. I mean, you see this one, though.
Yeah, I want the one who hit Chibiusuke. If I were to move to about here, would I be able to see them?
80 foot. On the side, which would be okay.
Yes.
Shoot about here.
You would have a better angle, and you could see straight through the opening and see them back in the back there.
Oh, nobody here. Nobody here?
Well,
Wow. Okay.
That should it.
It does hit, and it will deal
Ugh.
8 points of force damage.
AutoCAD geometry is fucked up.
I'm gonna make you. You just took somebody from me. I am going to make you pay. As one of the heirs of the Feywild, you will suffer.
Hmm.
Old man, I don't even know you!
You may not know me, but you did just shoot my friend and cause him to leave.
You may not know me, but you will know pain.
Can I just interject with a very quick? A better response would have been, but you will.
Okay, I said this off mic or off Discord. I said it to the stream, but since we're throwing our our catchphrases, our one-liners into the hat, you may not know me, but you will know pain.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And that basically ends my turn. I really, unless I'm allowed to attack again.
Not yet, unfortunately. But one who leans, you are up.
Okay, let's see. First off, I'm going to step forward. 30 feet, all my movement. Felony should be, yeah, definitely in range.
Okay.
Basically, don't use my Fermi's icon, but use Boan's.
Yeah. Philomene is range.
I'm hungry.
And I think healing word is 60 feet anyway, so it should be good.
Yeah.
It could go
So I'm going
really
to
fast.
commune once more with the local divinities of life to form a word of power to heal Felony.
Ailey.
For 14 hit points.
Ailey.
Holy shit, that's gonna be full.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's almost.
And with my action, this one summons the will of nature to change its shape.
Ooh.
Let it help the pack find victory. And I'm gonna start slowly lowering to the ground and eventually turn into a wolf.
Druids.
Any specific type of wolf?
Please tell me it has a whole cluster of mushroom on its back.
A mush
It
wolf.
might have some mold around the ears. Yes. It's sort of just a gray wolf.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, just the
Ty-
normal
typical-
CR quarter.
Yeah, Sierra quarter. Typical European wolf.
Wolves are big, y'all. Like we think of people tend to think of wolves as like huskies
Wolves are fucking.
because they're shaped about the same. But yeah, wolves are fucking huge.
Yeah, wolves are 2 huskies back to back.
Yeah. Measure them like a horse. Like, you know, they're double the hands tall. They're big motherfuckers.
There you go. One who leans is now a wolf. Your sheet should now have like the wolf abilities and such on it.
Perfect.
Yeah, you got that bite.
Hell yeah, I can drag people down. That's my turn.
Oh yeah, that's right. You can pin them down.
That was cool as fuck.
Pin them down and bite them. Sounds familiar.
All right, roll me a d8, please. As this individual begins their turn and is on fire.
Oh great. Okay, that's good. At advantage? No, okay. 3.
D8 at advantage. All right, 3 points of damage as they are hit by the flames once more. And this time they will back up and realize perhaps that with the dryness of the wood, the haphazard way things are stacked and stored in here, that they may in fact be in serious trouble.
I'm listening. I'm listening for those. There's a certain, like, shuddering breath of resignation that I'm
You're
listening
listening
for.
for the music.
Yes, yes, exactly. I'm listening for the music of fear. It is like this violin to me.
This one's going to stagger to its feet and retreat.
Excellent. Such a sweet schadenfreude to inflict pain on those who think they're powerful.
Is Seldop drinking in that fear?
It's not his favorite flavor, but adrenaline-rich fear, yes. Yes. Despair, ew. No, gross. But fear, panic, yes.
This one's going to stride ahead, spot the enemy over here with Philomene, Boan, and Yozora, and it's going to pick 1, 2, or 3.
I guess I'm not listening for it.
And it's decided that
No.
Yozora today
Ouch.
is their target. Fire at Yozora. And I believe that will miss.
Class is 11. So that hits.
Oh,
I almost wish Yozora would have been closer.
that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a warlock, what can I say?
Yeah, but if he'd been closer, I could have used protection.
It will deal 7 points of damage as the arrow sails through the air, strikes Yozora from behind.
Wait your damn turn, I'll deal with you in a second.
Most
Completely
there
dropping
was that protection.
accent for just a moment.
All right. These two, seeing Philomene on this giant battle beast, as far as they're concerned, and Yozora, who has slung some spells and done some damage, They're gonna try and pick
I'm
Philomene
hungry.
or Izora. So 1 or 2.
You're not wrong about the Battle Beast.
Mm-hmm.
One is going to fire at Philomene. One is going to fire at Izora.
No, it's on the edge. I saw it. It's on.
It's on the edge. This one in back that took the shot from Izora is going to return fire.
Suppose you throw a coin enough times. Suppose one day.
That one
Cloud
will
misses.
miss. This one is going to fire at Philom.
Oh, I'd like to see it. Okay, that lets.
Will deal 4 points of piercing damage to Philomene. As they step back, opening up some breathing room.
Which one was that? The one in the back? Oh, the one.
One in the front. Yep.
And they step back.
Slappy's AFK, so I will ask Slappy in a minute. Let's see. I think that's all of them. It's the Arcanist. Will follow their friend back into the building to offer some assistance. Wither, it is your turn once more.
There's many things I want to do, but I kind of want to. I'm worried that they're not gonna. Damn it.
Wanna ride me into battle? That's not possible.
Nah,
Would be
nah.
fun.
I'm honestly thinking about holding an action for this turn. Because I have a feeling. Damn.
Okay, let's see if that frees up some action for you. Felony is going to leave her post to go toward the trunk that's approaching.
Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I am going to hold my marksman bow action. I'm going to wind up a shot, and anything that comes in line of sight where the skilled marksman is on the path over. Let me see here.
Food. Broccoli.
Over here, if they decide to cross that path, I will fire at them, the first one that crosses. If that makes any sense.
I mean, everything is technically within your range right now. Over here.
But is it in line of sight though? That's the thing.
Yeah, you can see these things over here. They can see you. There's just some trees in the way that might offer cover for different individuals. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you know they're here. They know you're there.
Okay. Then, without moving though?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Fair enough. I am going to fire straight at the opportunistic agitator that's closest, actually, with my marksman bow.
Okay.
So that'll be
This first one here?
Yep.
Fire
Now
away.
how do you do that? I've been trying to remember how to do that. To where you highlight
X.
X, and then click.
And then, yeah, when you have the finger up, you just click.
Put the finger right up.
Okay, I see.
Ooh.
Straight shot, straight arrow.
Straight shot. Okay, normal arrow. Yep. 21 definitely hits. Go ahead, roll the D8 again for the second die of damage.
And yet again, we're gonna do another infused strike.
For a total of 18 points of damage. The arrow strikes true, leaving a burning singed mark on the individual's hip where it hits him.
That's a good hit.
And let's see, that's action. Let me see, hang on. Nobody needs really healing. I believe that's my turn.
Slapping me that D8.
Ah. Go away. Let's go. Ah, yes.
Oh,
Yum
damn.
yum. It's getting hot in here.
So hot.
So burn off all your skin. Goes.
You hear from within the sounds of certainly panic setting in. Pain for sure. That flame hurt.
Oh yes. I guess I'm less listening for it. I mean that helps. But I'm smelling for it. I'm tasting the air. Just it's faint. It's like walking. It's like there's a bakery at the end of the block, and it's just effervescing.
There's a reference
you know
I
a
was
little bit?
expecting from Burning Flesh.
You're tasting the burning blood in the air.
The
There's
emotion.
just a certain something about delectable emotions that can draw you in.
Oh yes. Worth it. Whatever was in that building that we're losing. Worth it.
Screams in pain, grabs at the arrow sticking out of him, and tries to hobble back. These other two, however, will move forward. You can see that these hold no fear. They're looking at you as if challengingly, bouncing daggers back and forth between their hands. Philony, it is your turn.
Definitely not smart.
Yep, definitely not smart because he just walked within my range.
When you're a jet, you're a jet all the way.
all the way here, while screaming from the back of Bohan, "For the pots!"
Hmm.
Offer back and try it. Try a dragon-style jump attack with my sword on that one right in front of you.
Absolutely. Don't forget, you have advantage on the attacks.
I'm assuming because I'm jumping up of Bohan's back, I don't get the advantage. I don't get anything from the lance. I don't get.
Nah, since you're leaping off, you're using your sword now. You wouldn't get anything from that now.
Yeah, okay.
There we go.
A 20 is definitely going to hit. That will definitely do 9 points of slashing damage at least, unless you want to add anything else to it.
No, for the time being, that's. Hold on. No, you know what? I've been wanting to try this, and I just hit with a melee weapon attack. So I'm going to use my divine smite, but this time specifically, I'm going to try to channel all the power of life that has been flowing into us since the dragons have manifested themselves into this one divine strike.
Absolutely.
I want to channel all of that holy power into this one strike.
Absolutely. The power of the live stream in the area is significant. Go ahead, add that strike, that smite to it. Don't forget, you get that extra die from Smiter's Brand.
Oh yeah.
Okay. That's a 1d8, right?
Yeah, an extra 1d8. Yep.
There we go.
Oh, for the
Anything
beans.
additional for channeling
Found it.
that power? Whatever I get, I'm just channeling as much of it as I can. I'm literally going He-Man or She-Ra or whatever you call it.
Roll me a d100.
Ooh, I like that.
Oh.
All right. And finally, roll me a d20.
Interesting.
All right. As you use your divine smite and bring down the righteous fury and judgment of creation and of the oath that you specifically have taken, one that protects and wards against incursions and basically just against darkness and the forces of evil against life itself. You surge with energy and channel an extra 7 points of damage into the smite.
Oh my god, they could have been.
So it's going to be 17 points total, looks like.
Ooh.
And it is more than enough to bring the enemy down as the righteous, radiant fury, energy of life itself, cascades into him and burns him from the inside out.
And
All that
please
is
tell me,
left is a lifeless husk.
and please tell me there's this nice little flashy show that draws all the attention to me.
It is definitely a bit of a light show. His eyes and his mouth and his nose and his ears kind of explode with radiant light as he is burned from the inside out.
Damn.
Wither's just in the back licking his chops seeing this action.
I want all eyes on me.
All right. I think that's pretty much movement, action, a little bit of extra sauce with the divine smite.
The only thing left is a bonus action, but I don't think I have anything I want to use it for.
Fair enough. Dove,
Hmm.
what's she up to?
Appetizing.
Also, what do you think? The fire spread?
See, on my turn. We
Yeah,
got
that fire
it.
spread.
It's going. Oh, yep, 78. There it goes. The emotion is being overpowered by the literal scent of fire. Like my supernatural tasting of the air. I'm not that close to them, but it's a powerful. It's fear, so it's kind of like over flavored, which is why it's it's not his best. We know which emotion is his best, but that's fine. Oh dear. Still causing problems, are we? And I will loose another arrow. Oh, should decrement that one. Oh. Oh, it already did. Oh, good. Okay. Loose my +1 arrow at the... Yeah. At the healthy individual over here.
Okay. Oh,
That is
that is significantly
that's a
unfortunate.
tragic roll on like all fronts.
For real.
Hopefully I can use recover the arrow. It's that bad.
But that arrow may have just like winked itself out of existence.
Yeah,
It just noped.
Oh, it's awful. The building is just too much, and I know I'm a little distracted by the individuals who just ran inside the building beneath me,
Mhm.
because they're easy pickings. Fine. I will. Oh. Move a little closer to the entrance. And hide.
You do notice, as you get closer, that there is a window here.
Oh. Okay. One of those little arrow slit windows.
Yep. This one's just a little bit larger than the other buildings.
Like large enough for individuals to squeeze themselves through?
No, just it's a larger area that the window takes up.
Okay.
It's still the same basic principle.
Okay. Action. Bonus action. Some movement. Yeah. I'm good.
Yuzora.
Okay, first things first. I'm going to. Yeah. I'm going to use my last good mushroom for a quick heal, trying to take care of the effect I just got shot in the back.
Oh yeah.
Careful, that's an action.
Wait, it is?
Yeah.
It's chewy.
Crap. That means I can't do that and cast a spell, can I?
It still is a bonus action.
Yeah.
And I wanted that heal. Damn. I don't think my cantrips count as bonus actions, unfortunately.
Only if they are listed as such, yes.
Hex is a bonus action.
True.
1 second. I thought that was an item interaction, so give me just a second here.
No, by all means.
Okay,
I
so
go with that.
can I roll that back and not use up my good mushroom?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm actually surprised that there's good mushrooms left.
I don't get in the middle of combat that often. I'm meant to be in the back. I'm the artillery strike. This guy just pissed me off.
Do I still have any?
Just to check, quick, but it's a bonus action to command a familiar or mount or anything, right?
Had before.
Typically, yeah.
Colonel Boot.
Yeah, mine's unfortunately dead. So,
Yeah.
until I summon him back, which hopefully they'll forgive me for that mistake. Here's hoping. Ahem.
What's
So-
his bone?
Let's start with an Eldritch Blast again at the guy who took away Chibi-Susuke.
Alien.
My computer's having issues. Oh, hell no.
Oof. Remember, you have advantage.
Yes.
I'm working on that. I thought I hit the button as my computer's being slow.
Nah, no worries.
Better.
I think that's gonna
That's
hit.
better.
That is significantly better than a 1.
Happened on my end too.
A 19 will hit for 8 points of damage against this individual.
Wish I got in that critical. Anyways, I can't do that. Can't do that. 1 second, double checking something. I am going to, I am going to prepare an action. Actually, yeah, they should be
Use
attacking.
your action.
Huh?
You use your action.
I've got a bonus action.
You can prepare those.
Misty
That
Step
is
is a
correct.
bonus action, isn't it?
Misty
Yeah,
Step
it is.
is, yes.
Aren't I allowed to prepare that, though?
Nope.
I
Not
remember
if not if you use your action.
You cannot, no. You cannot
Okay,
ready
okay.
a bonus action, unfortunately.
Okay, sorry. I remembered me doing something similar with the Eldritch Abomination we fought in the Between Worlds. Okay. In that case, I'll just bonus action Misty Step down to, there.
Do you have your movement?
Oh, wait, I do have movement, don't I?
You
Shit.
just go.
I mean, yeah, you don't have to spend the spell. You can just walk if you want.
You can
Sorry,
go.
I'm used to. I'm trying. I'm getting myself confused. Yeah, I'm going to get out of the line of sight because I don't really afford to be able to take 2 arrows.
That's probably a good idea.
Okay, let's see if I can avoid getting shot. That basically takes up my turn. I'm still gunning for that guy who killed Chibi.
Hell yeah.
Oh, it's the puppy's turn.
Wolf who leans.
Yeah.
It is your turn.
I'm gonna turn to Wither, kind of do a head gesture towards the building closest to us, and then turn around and use my movement and action to dash. Right up to here. And then just
Hell
stare at this guy and go. And that's my
Hell yeah.
turn.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, woo, indeed.
Both of the marksmen will move towards the windows, one of them being the wide open hole in the wall they made, the other one's just more still window. And they will both take aim at Philmy. And they will both fire their arrows.
I wish him luck. I shouldn't have.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
One of them will hit, one of them's going to go a little wide and just kind of smack into this tree. And we'll deal 8 points of piercing damage with that arrow that strikes Philmy.
And adjusted.
This one here will take a knee, prepare a shot, aim it, and fire Philmy. And miss. This one is going to use a strength check to try and bust this window out. They're unsuccessful,
Yes.
and panic begins to set in.
Like a pie on an open windowsill.
Dove, make a perception check. You hear talking from within the building, and you get a sense that someone is watching this window.
Okay. Okay.
You also hear the word prisoners very clearly.
That tracks.
Alright, that's those two, that's that one. That's the building. Arcanist. Arcanist will remain hidden within the building and will again attempt to assist their friend.
Oh, okay. Okay. Shit.
Wither, it is your turn.
All right. Can I see the agitator still?
Yeah, you can see this one. And you can see that one. In fact, I think that one's still in range. Let me double check. It is.
Good to know. I had an idea, but it's not gonna work.
You don't know that?
Oh, with my economy, I know I
Okay.
can't.
No.
Fair enough.
Alright, so one, I got my zoomies back. So, for one, I am going to calmly walk over to Yozora, seeing that he is injured. And I'm going to go with some cure wounds for you.
Ooh.
Come here, my friend. This should help a little.
Not like I'm going anywhere.
Mhm. Oh, nice.
Hey, green numbers.
Right.
Hell yeah! You
And
offer
I
some
press-
assistance to Yuzora.
I press my hand to his shoulder and transfer some much needed relief to him.
Well, thank you. 5 points, so that puts me back to 17.
5. It's 8.
Yeah, it's 8.
My
5
thing's
was the-
lagging then,
was the
'cause
other one.
Oh, the last thing I got is the freelance arcanist, so it was 8, so back to 20.
Now,
Son of a bitch.
I must be going. And he just
He wasn't- that was-
zips off. And I believe that's. I gotta double check on something here.
All right, you've used 5 feet. You've got a total of 55 left.
Wait, so I've got 50 feet left.
55 feet.
55 feet. Okay.
Yep.
Dang it! I'm just out of range. Actually,
You could just pop up at the window and say hi with a dagger or something.
that's what I would say.
Cure Wounds is an action, though.
Mm.
Yes.
Oh, that's true.
And since
Yep.
it's not an attack
Not
action.
daggers.
Yeah, but your claws are 2-weapon fighting, right?
That is true. That is true. You would not be able to make the offhand attack at this point, unfortunately.
That is unfortunate.
Okay, it seems like my stuff's caught up now.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Is that. Wow. Jeez. Yeah, Cure Wounds just showed up. Yeah, there you go. That's your
Yeah,
eight.
yikes.
Yeah, I had to refresh. Something happened on my end too. I had to completely refresh while you were doing your action. I think
Interesting.
Zora. But yeah, it was. It might have been my internet though too.
But hey, you have time. A Cure Wounds on a friend is a perfectly viable round.
Hell yeah. Homies helping homies.
I will.
Like bros.
Then I will.
Just give me
I
a
will
helping
still
hand, you know?
use my feline agility to move.
Yeah, absolutely. You still
Close
got
second.
all that movement speed if you
Mhm.
want it.
Yeah, that works.
Actually,
Yeah.
actually, that doesn't even use my feline agility if I'm
Hmm.
not mistaken.
Yeah, get up in there, menace their ass so they. It's a marksman. They want to leave. Then you get your attacks.
Yes, it would have
Yeah.
used your feline agility to get because it would have just been 5 extra feet that you would have been short.
That's
Really?
that works, I guess. I will use that.
Would it have been? Because the way Foundry did it, it counts your movements together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He'd already moved 5 feet already.
Yeah, it counts that.
Yeah, so that would have been 35 feet.
What? Oh, was it? I thought it was 20.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yep. So it was 40 feet altogether, so to
Oh,
speak.
I see. I misread it.
And that will be my turn. Does he? Well, wait. Actually, I'm going to actually hide right here for right now. Am I? I'm going to do my. Going to pull stealth on this.
That is a rogue thing to do it as a bonus action.
You unfortunately would be unable to stealth at this point. You do not have the action economy for it.
Ah, okay. So it's just a regular action for me then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the the narrow, precious few benefits that
Yep.
that a rogue gets.
Let's see if I
Bonus
can find
actions.
anything
Bonus
else.
actions galore.
Oh, wait a minute. He comes with me.
Friend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can.
Hey. Oh, did it refresh? Shit.
Now,
I fucked it up.
here's the real question:
I'm back.
if he's above the flames, is this? Oh wait, never mind. He's immune to
He's
fire.
fire. Yeah. He's a fire baby.
Bite his ass for me.
However, unfortunately, does not have the movement to get there. That is 45 feet to get there. They only have 40 feet.
That's a good point.
Damn.
So I only can put him here. So
Yeah.
Yep.
He's too big to be on your shoulders. He's like a dog.
He's like a dog.
Yeah. I forgot that. So, but yeah, he's still with me.
Yeah. You've helped out Yuzora. You've moved into position. You've got a little bit of a nice kind of advantageous positioning now, especially against these two archers.
I'm back.
Certainly do.
Oh no. Wait, one thing. Oh, that's my bot though. It's good.
And that will be my turn then.
Welcome to the healer role. You've healed now, look pretty.
Yeah!
He's pretty good at that ladder. That's for sure.
He's just full of rage right now. Well, he wants blood.
There's an underlying
The one agitator will duck inside quickly.
deliciousness to passionate emotions, but
And shortly after,
Decided
you'll
to
see
run
another
away.
one emerge.
sweetens it.
Are they
Son of a bitch.
multiplying in there?
It's got a spawner.
He walked into the Enertron.
This one here is going to brandish its daggers and attempt to stab Philemy. And will unfortunately, I think, miss.
The second one might hit. Yeah, first one will miss, second one will hit.
The second one will hit, because it is, in fact, a 19 instead of a 21 on the second attack, but a 19 will still hit.
Oh, it's a 19?
Yep.
Oh, well.
And will deal 1 point of damage.
Huh. What?
Okay, I think I'm back. Sorry, everything borked up on my end, so am I still here?
Hello?
Yeah, you're
You are still here, yes?
Okay, like everything froze for a minute or two, so I wanted to make sure I hadn't just completely lost my connection.
Here, we got you.
Guys, where'd Yuzora go?
Oh, it's just to the side of the building.
This individual is going to try and make it to this window, but they do not have the action economy to start trying to smash their way through it.
Do it.
Philemy.
Alright. Philemy will turn to I'm gonna use the bonus action first. And Philemy will turn to Boan and will utter 3 words in succession. The first 2 will be in common. The third will be in Sylvan. And I'm going to get to that third in a second. The first 2 will be one go to get our attention. And to the third one, almost a low growl with a very warlike intent to anyone within a earshot, even if they don't understand Sylvan. And it roughly translates to
I don't.
get.
I speak Sylvan.
And yeah, you do.
I'm not
No,
quite
that-
getting close enough to hear it, so...
Yeah, the other one, but the
Yeah.
other one, the agitator might not.
Wolfie's right next to you.
Anyway,
The agitator does not understand people leave.
yeah, but he will understand the very warlike, violent intent of the word.
Oh, absolutely.
And Bohan will turn tail, use a charge to hand with a shoulder charge straight into the here, to collapse the wall onto the marksman right behind the wall.
Go ahead, roll that attack. I remember Boan even has advantage, being an ally.
Yeah, great. Fabulous.
Do I need to
It'd be part of
ram
it.
first?
Roll the rams. Because you're definitely doing a charge, and you're smacking into this wall with the rams.
The attack is literally on the wall to try and collapse the wall entirely onto that archer. There you go. I think you have the rolls.
That's good.
Oh, just one short.
Yeah, right?
Actually, what is Boan's strength? Looks like a 16. Okay, that's pretty strong.
She is a beast of burden.
And as an 18, we've got what, 15-ish points of damage so far.
Also, keep in mind, it's less a ram and more of a shoulder charge where she ends the charge with her entire weight thrown into that wall.
The wall absolutely fails the save throw versus the charge as well. And the D100 absolutely confirmed the wall will collapse.
Oh, great.
And the marksman will not get out of the way in time.
I don't think he expected a charging beast to just ram that wall.
Just
would
eyes
be
slowly
correct.
widening, like. Plus dead.
The marksman is crushed beneath the collapsing wall, as is this chest.
Hopefully it's content
Oh
will
no,
survive.
loot!
Not the loot.
Hopefully enough of the content will survive, but right now, Philly is more concerned about taking care of things.
So absolutely, Bo will charge, slam the wall, collapse it, crush the marksman and the loot, unfortunately, beneath it all. What else you got?
And as soon as she gives the command, Philly will whirl about and give a full-blown strike right onto that litter right beside her.
Hell yeah, do it. No,
That's not gonna matter.
unfortunately.
Then she's like, "Oh shit, there's a wolf!"
Yeah. Oh shit!
I'm so hungry.
You spin around, and unfortunately, the agitator is able to dance out of the way, just barely avoiding your powerful swing.
And I do believe that will be my turn.
Dove, what you got?
Oh boy. Angst.
Yeah.
But also the desire, I suppose, to see that fire spread some more.
What do you think? Think they'll spread again?
I'm feeling pretty good about that.
I'm 50-50 on it. Oh, there you go.
Yum. Well, soon,
Oh boy.
Soon.
I wondered
my
what
pretties.
happened when we got to this point.
I went down, 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 and the flames went higher.
2 out of 4 columns. Oh, 2 out of... Oh, there are 8.
Oh, it's significantly worse than you imagine.
The whole building collapsed?
As the fire spreads once more, chewing away at the old rotted wood, catching in the cobwebs and the just goods and materials that are all just sitting around. Some of them drier than others, some of them absolutely some sort of
Accelerant?
accelerant. Yes.
Great.
Oh my.
Okay, 1 second.
We're gonna go to the villagers. They're gonna be like, "You killed the bandits. You got our shit back."
Oh, sweetie. We
One
did.
out of two?
Oh, sweetie, we did kill the bandits. Oh, yeah, the fucking little like alchemy shelf. Oh shit.
Oh, that does reach this shelf as well.
Where's the kaboom? There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
Ah. Which reads this other shelf. Ooh.
Which gets this other shelf.
Oh, a nice chain reaction.
I'm admiring. I'm just
Oh my god. Holy
Ain't-
crap.
angsty goth boy though he might be. Who doesn't appreciate a lovely fireworks display?
So, as it reaches this side, it also reaches this side,
Mm.
where there are other things that you probably didn't want to set on fire. But, well,
They didn't.
that's that's no longer a matter of hope and just an unfortunate truth.
Oh yes.
Bye bye.
Oh yes.
Bye bye, opportunist.
I do believe these two are dead.
We'll see. We'll hope.
All right, so this one specifically. Okay.
Ah.
Oh shit, those are explosions.
Relax.
And then we've got what? 1, 2, 3. Wait, hold on. I need to look up again what's in here.
Oh god. Just holding a lighter to the loot table. Just see you later.
You just may as well turn that whole thing purple.
When the DM needs to double check.
Because like finely
This
granulated
just turned into
flour.
a Michael Bay film.
When you
It
have-
turns out the bandits were storing dynamite.
any like finely granulated material that is flammable, that is like atomized, becomes
Okay,
extremely
I
becomes
have to
explosive.
ask, what the heck? Why so many dice?
Oh, that one got caught on the smaller one.
Shit's going boom.
So, Dove, as your turn begins, the fire spreads, and you hear a series of small pops, and then a series of deafening, concussive blasts. As entire walls explode outward, and you hear other jars and containers shattering and exploding as well. You hear fire erupting in loud columns into the sky. You hear yet another series of explosions. This one less like a jar of something exploding, but more a crate, perhaps, of something exploding that has very small ricochet sounds with it, associated with it. This entire section of the building is now blown away and collapsed. You can see the open flames. The rest of the building is going to be consumed next round,
Oh god, yeah.
as the massive amount of damage and fire completely will just eat away at everything. This individual is killed not by the explosion, but by the shrapnel and the concussive force that will be behind all the other explosions, as they are slammed against the wall and through the window they were trying to break.
Hey, they made it.
And they did make it. This is true. They didn't make it very far, but they did make it.
Hey,
Oh
I'm
my
goals.
gosh.
Or that goals, you know?
I just quietly Ooh.
Now that's my kind
kinda
of
so.
stealth mission.
Yeah. For real, like in Metal Gear Solid, like it's you go trying so hard to be unseen, but you get into these immense explosive battles with every single boss you encounter.
Constantly. So, a series of explosions, fire everywhere, death, mayhem, and destruction. You may continue with your turn.
Oh.
This one's gonna have a busy day at the cemetery.
I look down to this boy right here who must be watching the show.
Oh yeah, he's just walked out
Okay,
and
you're
he
in.
stops as this happens, and he's
range.
just like, "Holy shit!"
No, fuck him. Well, good. That means that he's not watching the marksman. So I will take another shot at them, because this one is not a threat to anyone at the moment. This one's a pain in the ass. They may be within range, but there's still some shit. There's just some loose ends to tie up for the rest of the party over on that side of the field. So let's just ease the burden by taking this one out. Again. My last +1. Okay. That will do.
Roll them sneaks.
Sneak. Oh, hello.
Oh.
Nice. Like sneak.
That
Oh,
looks like it's gonna hurt.
this should. Ooh. Oh yeah. So it's
That's
the first one.
24 already.
It's 25 because the first one is lacking the +1 on the damage.
Oh.
So an 8 for the
Shit.
first. So 25 damage. That's what I was hoping for the first time. Oh, but I got it.
One thought.
Oh, fabulous.
Dove takes careful aim at the marksman as fire and explosions begin to happen all around, apparently. The marksman drops, soundless. Doesn't make a word. Nobody notices.
They turn to look at the explosions and just their hair's blowing back and everything, and just suddenly their jaw, just right behind the jaw, just
Headshot.
It's like,
Make me a
what the
perception
fuck?
check. With advantage.
oh, I love this. Ooh. A 20.
As the explosions and the concussive force rock the area, you hear the unmistakable sound of children screaming.
Oh,
Saw that
they're
coming.
taking babies. Ugh, pathetic. These bandits think themselves powerful.
Am I in any way able to discern that, even in the mildest way?
Not at the moment. You're too close to the actual explosions.
Your ears, you
Those
got-
drown out just about everything else.
It's tinnitus. It's
Good,
tinnitus.
because otherwise I was gonna... Good, because otherwise I was gonna go She-Hulk.
Tinnitus. But yeah, unfortunately, the actual explosions will drown it out. Dove, however, is close enough and is absolutely able to pick up the unmistakable sound of children screaming in terror and the sounds of... So you rolled a 20? Yeah. You make out the sounds of at least 5 other individuals that do not sound like any of the bandits you've seen so far.
Okay.
Boy, am I glad to have keen hearing and smell next to that.
Yeah, right?
Oh, the sulfur and the. Oh, yeah. Your poor wolfy ears are just. Your face is torpedoed as your ears fold back. Like.
Yeah, just ears fully back. Just.
Oh yeah, the bird.
What else you got?
I've got disdain for these bandits. Just I
As one should.
figured they were taking adults, and I'm like, yeah, I can relate. I guess I see where you're coming from, but children, I'm like, ugh, you're pathetic. I hide. There's
Go
my
for it.
bonus action to keep my ass. Nothing but an explosion. You see where I've been. You never see where I am.
Yeah. We definitely see where you've been.
Oh, it's not as good.
It's not as good, but luckily you've got a big distraction now.
Okay.
Yasora. I believe it will be your turn unless you've got anything else there, Dove.
I made that perception check. I was thinking of peering in, but I think that's like actually looking down and inspecting would be, well, in my case, a bonus action because I have eye for detail. But yeah, to actively scan the area. That's over with. So I believe that's it.
All right.
And there's movement I can do, but no, I like it right here.
All right, Yozora.
Okay, first things first. The guy that I've been hunting is dead, squished by a cow
Mhm.
in a wall.
Yeah, mostly the wall, really.
The cow hit the wall.
Yeah, it did.
So I was always going to step out, having been healed. Thank you for that. And just to finish up over here, so we don't get, stabbed in the. Actually, no, we got two people. Yeah, I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast the archer that's still in the building next to me.
Absolutely. So yeah, you can't see him for where you are, but if you step out somewhere, you'd absolutely be able to see him. Yeah, absolutely right there, you'd be able to see him. 24 is definitely going to hit. 12 points of damage.
I don't.
Okay.
Now I've got a question.
What's up?
I can't infuse, can I?
Can you do what?
Can I infuse?
Oh, with your Drake Warden? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Let's add some damage.
Oh, nice.
Does that actually work on my magic?
It does. The only trigger is that it has to be within 30 feet of the Drake,
Oh, cool.
and it has to see you do it. It does say weapon attacks, and I mean, you can make the argument that Eldritch Blast shouldn't work, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna allow it because that's fucking cool.
You got
Works
that.
for me.
You got that dragon.
Glittery fire for you.
Yeah, hell yeah. The glittery Eldritch Blast suddenly becomes infused with flames and slams into the archer a little bit there, and does a little bit of fire damage as well.
I picture Aiden actually just spitting just a little bit of fire as the Eldritch Blast goes by.
Yep, absolutely. The two magics will mix.
Well, like I said, I wasn't expecting that. Having calmed down just a little bit now that the person who dismissed, maybe killed, we'll find out, Chirisuke is no longer breathing. And that basically goes for my turn. I've got that, yeah.
One who leans.
Alright, well, to furnish my pros once more, I'm gonna take a chunk out of his leg.
Yeah! Bite that fucking guy!
Do a bite.
Shit, that's gonna bite that guy.
Ooh, nice.
I guess he's gonna save, but he will take a little bit of damage.
10 piercing.
Woo!
That's max damage.
That was fucking rad.
Okay. That's my turn.
you're so swift with your turns. It's a blessing.
It's efficient.
You're an efficient pupper.
Alright, this individual is going to open up some breathing room, fire an arrow with
Oh, that's right.
this.
You can do that.
Bad idea.
Dove, you hear some movement inside the building. Wither.
Wither hears the cry of pain, reels around, seeing Wolf who leans rather,
Yeah, Wolf who leans.
biting his leg. Turns around, notches another arrow of the marksman variety, and fires away at straight shot.
It's gonna be close.
Normal arrows?
Normal arrows.
Unfortunately, a 15 will miss.
He was just a little too quick to turn back because he's going to jump through the hole at the marksman inside.
Absolutely.
Well, you don't have advantage on that?
It was a straight shot because it was the marksman.
Yeah, with the marksman bow, you could choose to take a disadvantage on the shot for double dex damage.
Ah, okay.
So I will hop into here from there and rush at it with pack claws.
Get him!
Get them fiery cat claws.
Ah, unfortunately, that one will
Damn.
also miss.
Damn.
Always a possibility, even with advantage. So nothing is
And
free.
he will stay there and look at him menacingly.
Okay.
Can I do something? Actually, I've got one other thing I want to do. If
Possibly. What else would you like to try to do?
I would like to use my thaumaturgy. Oh wait, no, it's an action though.
Yeah, unfortunately, that would be an action.
Damn. I wanted to make him terrified. Oh well.
Years are gone.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he's not serene right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The agitator here, with the wolf biting the shit out of his leg, will then turn towards the wolf and stab at it a couple of times.
Hold on a
That's a
second.
hit. That's a hit and a miss.
Hold on a second.
Absolutely. What do you got?
I do have protection, and one who leans is within 5 feet of me, so disadvantage
On which one?
Disadvantage?
Which attack?
on whichever one is highest.
Well, the
There you
first one
Yeah, the first one.
is still a hit.
Mm.
But thanks for the try.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. An attempt was made. The first one will, however, still strike. The second
Disadvantage,
attack
wow.
will miss. Just
That's
flat
hard to
out.
see.
And that'll be 3 points of damage to the wolf.
Oh. Okay. Didn't even have a little more hit points than that. Okay, let's see our quarter.
Yeah, wild shape. Pretty much 11 temp HP.
Yeah, exactly. You fucking druids, man, are just they're just sponges.
This individual watches the explosion, watches this wolf take a bite out of someone, hears the screaming, turns around, and makes a break for it.
Oh no. Oh, I see.
You hear some swearing from inside, Dove. Philomene, it is your turn.
Alright. As per our last turn, I will start with my bonus action. And it will be a command to Bohan with Girl, fetch. And Bohan will move here. Literally grab Yozora and throw him onto her back.
Oh, what the fuck?
That's a
Then
thing?
all of them right here.
Yozora, Do you consent?
I'm gonna go with the I'm surprised by this, and I'm gonna be dragged along because strength isn't exactly what I'm known for.
Okay.
Not 20 feet aside.
You are grabbed up, basically with a very gentle bite from Boan as they grab hold of kind of like your wrist or something easy to grab onto. They bite you, drag you along.
Yeah, I was probably aiming up a shot at the archer, and now I'm on the back of a cow.
And she'll gently drops you right there.
And you are planted here?
What?
And
Don't
then
worry about the archer. I've got this. He's gonna be feeling it one way or another this next turn.
And then I'll use an attack on that one agitator right next to me again.
Get him. Don't forget if you want to fish with a crit. Alright, fair enough. A 23 is still definitely going to hit.
That's 11. That looks like it'll do it.
And he will be cut down.
Perfect. Cleans my hands of dealing with any of them. Give me time to assess.
And I'll use my move action to move back just right next to Bo. I assume I can't use my move action to mount her back.
Not at the moment, no. Not
Perfect.
this
So
next,
so
next
that's
round
all
for
I-
sure.
So that's all I have to do.
Absolutely. And in that case, Dove.
Peering over the scene that they are, the rest of the party's dealing with. I've got that well under control. So, oh, my little plaything. Running home to mommy so soon.
Actually, slight correction, I'll move down one bit
Oh,
to
it's 40.
be within reach of one
Oh, it's
and
40.
Joseph.
Yeah, if you want to be
That's
there
fine.
instead, absolutely.
Oh, he's going that way. Okay. I thought he went inside. Oh. Oh, well then still. Perfect. Yes. Run. Go. You can make it. Just a little further. Oh. Arrows. Okay. Oh.
I'm assuming that's on this one.
Yeah. Yes.
That's absolutely going to hit.
Terrible damage, but
Throw them sneak.
I would love to be. It's too late for a called shot. I was hoping this would stumble him, stagger him somehow. But fine. That's good. And that's not. No damage. Moving targets are just a little harder.
Understandably, yeah.
You're playing with your food a little too much.
Yeah. Run. Run now. Go.
All right.
It's my action.
Anything else?
There's plenty I would like to do. I would love to. I don't imagine my position has been given away to the people
They
inside.
know there's somebody else. They have not been able to spot you, however.
Okay, good. So the folks inside, so I don't necessarily need to hide from them at the
The
moment.
people inside do not know you're there.
Oh yeah, perfect, great. Then I'll use my bonus action for Eye for Detail to lean in, to lean forward, and no. Can I? No, I'm not close enough. Thinking of going to the back window for it, but that's 40 feet, so I can't do that.
There's also a window here.
You know what? Yes, since the other one's being watched, I'm aware that there are sentries at the ones nearby, and that would be more difficult to just casually peek in. Where was it? Right here?
Yep, right there.
Scooch over there
Those two squares, basically.
and just lean down and scan inside.
Absolutely. Let's take a look.
Give that perception roll. Oh. So I'll, make my check. So, boom. Hey, my passive. Great.
That's where you see the enemies that are within.
Lots of cells with children, I presume.
You see these 5 individuals, all obviously adults. This cell, however,
Hello.
has 2 children, a girl and a boy, as well as this individual,
And
who seems to
mommy.
be putting herself between the bandits and the children, protectively.
Hello.
Oh my.
Still never remember this.
Oof.
Yum yum.
You.
I feel compelled to pull a Tex Avery on this.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yep.
This
Tongue rolls
looks
out.
like a Fire Emblem character. I just don't know which game.
This individual is up on their feet in their cell, kind of watching and
Cool.
looking out the window, looking at the bandits. Seems very animated.
Okay.
This one is up on their feet in their cell as well, but does not seem nearly as animated. It seems to just be kind of calmly studying.
Okay. I kind of like him.
These 2 are both on their cots. This individual is laying down. This individual is sitting up with her back against the wall.
The hidden badass among the group, undoubtedly. He can't be fucked about this.
The children appear to be terrified, staring at the bandits and panicked by the sound of loud explosions.
Okay, so it's not a lot of children,
2 of them.
just the 2. Okay. Better than I thought. Okay.
But that's what you see within the building.
All right. Would this be an item interaction to make a little, to craft a little something right here? Just be like, I see. Sit back, take a little cloth pouch, and take one of my glass bottles. And put it in the pouch and smash it into dust.
Yeah, that'd be an item interaction, sure.
Cool. Just making some glass sand. Pulverized glass. A pouch full of pulverized glass.
It's gonna make noise though.
It will make a little bit of noise, that is true.
Okay. That's okay. I was concerned about that, but that's pretty good.
Those being the only 2 close enough to possibly hear at the moment, you notice the marksman turns and looks towards the window.
Oh, let's get the attention away from the children.
I was scanning to see if they looked like they were making moves to take the children hostage.
It does not appear to be.
Good. Because these fucking weaklings, if they're going to take anyone as a hostage, it would obviously be the children. Alright. Good. I just used a little bit more movement to get away from the rest of the, the group, and, make my glass
Before
dust.
he has a, Before Yozora's turn, I'll have something to contribute.
What's up?
No, let Zelda's turn finish, and then I'll have something to contribute to
Okay.
Yozora.
That should be it.
Yozora?
Oh, also this is
Alright, so first thing that Felony will do will be to turn to Yozora and just yell, "Get on Bohan with Shark!"
What? Yozora is very much confused because again, a moment ago they were aiming at an archer, then they got dragged away by a big cow, and now they're being told to get on said cow.
you can always just
To
not
be
listen
fair-
because I don't know.
To be fair, you can still see the archer from where you are.
There's nothing preventing you from getting on Bohan and letting loose an Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Yozora's going to turn to Filthy and go, okay, what's the plan here that you want me to do besides get on Bohan here? What are you going to do after I do that?
That building over there with Shark! And she's gonna point at the big one over there where Zelda just disappeared a moment ago.
So I was just going to give a deadpan look at, like, okay, and climb on Bohan's back, and I guess I'll ready an Eldritch Blast for any... Wait, how far can... Yeah.
That blast goes fucking far.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you probably can still hit that archer back there.
100%. It goes 120
Yep.
feet.
120 feet. So again, I mean, you still can see this one if you want to try and finish them off.
It's more along the lines of, we're charging into battle, so I want to save my... I'll trust Wither over there to handle that archer. Hopefully.
Fair
And
enough.
I want to save my Eldritch Blast for... whatever the heck I'm about to get thrown into now, because I'm in the back of a cow.
I mean,
All right.
a little above table here. Like, I just wouldn't. I just fucking wouldn't. Because you don't have mounted combat. You don't know what you're doing on the back of
Oh,
a fucking
you're right.
bison. I just wouldn't. I'd
Yeah,
say,
by the time
nah.
you actually move, you'll probably get your turn, so you're probably good to just use whatever. But
Okay.
again,
I
roleplay,
am,
whatever.
would mounted combat affect my spell slinging?
There's always the possibility, yes.
You are your own man. Or fey creature.
Hmm.
So calm.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna play it's like, okay, nope. No, I will not get on the cow. I will follow behind the charge. I have ways to keep up, but I'm not going to risk my ability to sling spells properly. And that's basically all I've got. So I guess I'll hold my action or hold my turn until I follow Filsme and Bohan.
All right. So you want to ready in action? What action?
Well, I was like, I'm just. Wait, can I just hold my turn, or is that?
You may not. Unfortunately, that is not a
Okay.
thing in
Mhm.
Okay.
5e.
You can do a movement.
Never mind. Yes.
And then-
I shall move since I know where we're going.
Your call, but you're probably gonna get a use bonus to movement just from riding alone.
Yeah, but with my luck, if I try and cast a spell in the back of Bohan, I'm gonna end up shooting myself in the face.
I'll run some Pathfinder later. You can put your turn wherever you want.
But also remember, we are all at advantage on all of our attacks.
So it's always up to you. Yeah. Just because Philomene says, "Hey, get on the fucking cow," you
You've
don't have to get
got
on the cow.
I just say things. You don't have to
I'm
do
give me a
anything.
second here. This was not what I was expecting, so I need a second here.
Or you can. It's not, you know. Good stuff.
I'm just gonna move there and ready a Eldritch Blast for anybody who comes out that door, right, that I can see.
All right. Anybody that comes out the door, Eldritch blast them in the face.
Yep, which I think the Thundering Hooves would get their attention.
Most
makes-
likely.
And it sort of makes more sense for me. Anyways, that's basically all I can do.
The wolf who leans.
I'm gonna snarling, haul ass all at once with 80 feet of movement plus dash. Go all the way over there and then lie in ambush, and that's my turn.
Mhm. You're not a lion. It's a wolf in ambush.
All right. At the beginning of this
Another
round,
glass bottle. 'Cause it was a good one.
you will see the individuals in here. Dove, since you are still keenly observing, we'll all look around at each other, realize a hopeless situation has arisen. And the marksman, that here appears to be the, I guess, spokesman for the group, will shout towards this window. Stand down, throw down your weapons, or we start executing the prisoners.
Fucking knew it. Cells have smelled this shit in the air.
I assume I'm too far to hear anything?
Unfortunately, yeah, you are too far away and it wasn't, I guess, directed at you. You are not able to hear. You do hear shouting, you're not able to make out the words.
Can I make it up?
You are close enough, you probably could. And since
I
you are
got,
a wolf
I
at
got
the
keen
moment,
hearing.
and so, yeah, since you had a wolf at the moment, yeah, your ears perk up, you have heard that announcement.
Okay.
Okay.
You hear an answering call. Whoever's out there, help us. And the lot of us together may be able to do something. The marksman turns, looks at her angrily. You will be first.
Hmm.
I expected as much.
We'll see about that.
And she will make a grab for the marksman.
Oh. Oh.
Ooh, we have just character.
Dove, she grabs the marksman and slams him against the bars. She has him now grappled and restrained.
Wonderful. Oh. Well, I guess I won't worry about him then. Hey,
Over here, Wither.
stop it. Just open
This
the
one doesn't
door
know
for
that
me.
that ultimatum's been given, so it's going to make an attack at you. With its longsword,
Fair enough.
Oh,
and it will miss.
oh, poor baby.
That is definitely a mistake on his part.
This marksman draws a bow, fits it with an arrow, aims it at this individual. This individual raises their greatsword, readying it.
The door. Okay. Okay.
Wither. When we return next week, it'll be
Ah.
initiative.
Gah.
Oh my god.
Oh no!
Kidding me.
Oh, we're in the middle of a turn. Come on. Oh, let's do that
Come
one.
on! I was about to get my charge on.
Your charge will be easier to get on next week
What
when
the
we
heck?
get to it.
The fucking way it's been 3 hours. What the hell?
It's about, yeah. It's about 12:30. Just a little shy of 12:30 over here.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, we are
Oh man!
absolutely
Yeah,
at time.
I disagree. We've only been playing 20 minutes.
Right?
That,
I don't care. It's only been 20 minutes, maybe
Ah.
25.
So I gotta remember.
that was awesome.
'Cause I know exactly what I want to do with these. Well, I guess what
I
I can
know
do
exactly what I want to do too.
is
I want to get my little
Okay.
pseudo dragon back.
All in good time.
Yeah,
When we return next week,
oh,
whether it will
goodness.
be your initiative.
Still
You'll be able to do as you wish. Then the bandits will have one more turn
Which is
to do
not-
something before Philomene gets to go full charge. and you guys get to
Tools.
decide how you're going to defuse the situation without losing any innocent lives, or just accept that sometimes that happens.
Sometimes. It's fine.
But until then,
completely oblivious to it right now,
I'm
unfortunately.
just having such
He is
joy at ruining
as
their
far away as he
plans.
can be.
that is true.
I don't think Yuzora could hear it either, unfortunately.
But until then, make your plans.
Oh, I got it.
The drums of the Empire grow louder.
Wonderful.
Thank you very much for playing, everybody. I hope you guys had a good time. I had an absolute blast.
Yeah,
Slappy, I will
great.
send you this this track I've been using.
Oh yeah.
Pun intended, by the way.
Oh yeah, the blast.
That was absolutely fantastic. I'm so glad that happened.
Go away. Oh. Trying to add the pouch of glass. I'll get that in a second. But okay, awesome. Yes, yeah. Yeah, we'll see about the hostages, you know. Say, just, there's something so delicious about not even just saving the hostages, just ruining their plans. It's like, oh, you will you? We'll see about that. Oh,
I
lovely.
hope you got some plans
Yeah.
in mind.
Man, that was a
Certainly
good
do.
time. That was so fucking cool.
It's not complicated either. It's alright.
Hey,
Just
like-
knowing who to target and
Making me
when.
wish I had a couple of different spells. I'll look into that.
Feels Warlock, man.
It's because I can see who is in position to actually make good on that threat and who is not.
I just wish. I know next session I'm gonna wish I had just one or two more spell slots.
Spell slots? Oh yeah, I'm down. I'd like those too.
We already got some free spells.
Oh, I
slots.
mean, yes,
Yeah.
too, but you know what I meant.
Cool. Awesome.
I just
Good
wish I would have went
thumbnail art
after
for it,
this. I went after the archer instead of trying to fire an arrow at the arcanist.
Hey. Wishing one claw shit in the other.
See
Just-
which one filled up first. Yeah.
Just, hey, yeah, like I wish I didn't miss the fucking marksman the second time. You know, like, yeah, it sucks. The dice do some bullshit to us, but
I got to try out wall shape. That's fun.
it's never free. It's just sometimes things are more on a silver platter than others.
I need to use the bathroom real quick.
It's all about
So,
us making
Okay.
decisions.
I'm gonna take off. You guys
Okay.
feel free to hang out, chit chat.
Thank
Again,
you.
thank you very much. What a great night. That was absolutely a blast. I'm
It
so
was
excited. That was so much
super
fun.
cool. Thank you for running, Mug.
Yes,
Oh
thank
my
you so
God.
much.
Thank you
Thank
for
you
the
guys so
mug.
much for playing.
Thank you,
Amazing
folks,
episode.
for
See you next
watching
week.
as well. And I will send you all towards. Let's see who's still on. I think Mondo's probably on doing Soul Blazer 100%.
Oh hell yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll
Yes,
see
they
you guys
are.
next week for sure.
So I'll see you
Definitely
then.
see you all around.
I'm worried that that work might cause some issues, but I will let you know
There's
on
no
that.
punctuation in that, right?
Okay.
Weekend coming up, so
Yeah, absolutely. Just let me know.
yep. I'll post in the OC chat on what's going on so everybody knows.
Okay, great. We are all primed to do a little raid to Mondo, doing some donations this month for I believe it was Ozone House for Child Abuse Prevention Month. We are part of a stream team right now called SECA. It's Streamers Against Child Abuse. So it's a great cause for sure. It is one that, well, in particular, has been paying a lot of attention to current events with LGBTQ kids and taking special care in their mission to attend to their particular needs right now in this fucking climate. So certainly a lovely cause, and Mondo is one of the folks who does D&D with me on Sundays. So we will see you over there. I'll do a little raid message here. Do a little raid message, give him a ride on the meat train, and we'll see you there. Peace.